bubble-shaped windshields, a red flashing siren light, and a turbine exhaust. Today, in the Model Car Vault, we're looking at the Jada 118 Batmobile from the classic Batman TV show, loaded with lots of details, some even surprising to find. The 1966 Batmobile, based on the 1955 Lincoln Futura and customized by George Barris, became a cultural icon with its sleek design, Bat-inspired fins, and gadgets like the Bat phone, embodying Batman's ingenuity and setting the standard for superhero vehicles to come. This 1966 Batmobile is the newest addition to my diecast collection, which I ordered from Amazon, but it's been on my Bat radar for a while because this one has working lights and comes with the Batman and Robin figurines. As a collector of diecast screen cars, this piece was an absolute must-have for my collection. In this review, we'll dive into its functionality, build quality, and details. But does the Batmobile's flashing lights steal the show? Or will its unexpected details leave an even bigger impression? Let's find out. Alright, let's start with functionality. Okay, this car is loaded with functioning parts. The doors open, the hood opens, nice chrome jet engine there. The steering wheel does not work, bit of a bummer. But the really cool thing is that with a flick of a switch, the lights all work. Lastly, the trunk opens, but we'll get to what's inside in a minute. Hey, by the way, I've got a full unboxing video of this Batmobile on my channel I think you'll like. I'll leave a link for you, check it out. Alright, let's move on to build quality. The car measures 11 inches long, 4 inches wide, and 3 inches high. Batman and Robin are about 3 inches tall. Now, if you do the math, they're not really 1/18 scale. Yep, Jada missed the mark on these. On my scale, it weighs in at 1.74 pounds, which is a really nice weight. It's got a nice glossy black finish, but I gotta say it's not perfect. The orangey red pinstriping that goes all around the car has quite a few areas of factory imperfections, like here, 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 and here. Just to point out a few. The body is undeniably metal, giving it a solid weighty feel. As with most diecast cars, the smaller details like the chrome accents and accessories are made of plastic, as is the interior. The assembly is okay, most of the parts connect well, but I do have an issue with the doors, especially the driver's door. For some reason there's a noticeable gap and doesn't close flush with the rest of the car. Okay, let's talk about the figurines for a minute. Batman and Robin are both die-cast and exceptionally well made. They have a metallic finish and a solid weight that gives them a premium feel. Batman's cape appears to be made of flexible vinyl, while Robin's arms and cape are made from the same material. Both figurines can stand on their own, but it's too bad they don't actually fit in the car. That would have been a nice touch for displaying. Then again, maybe Batman and Robin are better off outside the car, fighting crime. Hey, if you're passionate about model cars and enjoy these reviews, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get into the details. Let's begin with the engine. It's a bit tricky to assess since, in the show, the engine was never revealed, and in reality, it's typically a standard car engine. Here, however, it looks like they gave it a fully chromed out jet engine. Nice. Looking underneath, there's not much to note except for the prominent dual chrome exhaust pipes that run the length of the car. And as I mentioned, you've got the switch right here to turn on the lights. Now, let's go around the car where we've got tons of details. You've got the high intensity headlights, the bat beam, the bulletproof bubble shaped windshields, the working red police light, got a little antenna there, trio of exhaust tips, working rear tail lights, the bat chute, and check out that turbine, all lit up, so cool. And you've got your Batman logos on the doors and on the wheels. Let's hop inside where all these bat gadgets are controlled from. The interior seems to include most of the key components, from the iconic bat phone, the fire extinguisher, and that unmistakable steering wheel. Not everything is finished, but Jada made a nice effort for those standout accessories. Now, one of the coolest surprises I found was tucked away in the trunk of the Batmobile. The mobile crime computer. This was such a treat because it's something we rarely got to see on the TV show, making it feel like a hidden gem of bat tech. Plus, it's fascinating to think about the idea of a car having a computer in the 1960s, a time when computers were massive and far from portable. You gotta love Batman for his tech-savvy ingenuity. He wasn't just a martial arts crime-fighting billionaire, he was also a true tech geek ahead of his time, always armed with cutting-edge gadgets to outsmart Gotham's villains. As a collector of screen cars, this Batmobile has been on my wish list for a long time. While I didn't watch much of the original Batman series, I have a deep love for classic cars, concept cars, and movie cars. And this checks every box. Despite a number of factory defects, the quality is still satisfying and well worth the $100 I spent. Is it vault worthy? Well, it's a Batmobile. Does that even need an answer? So here's my final takeaway. With exotic cars and even classic cars, there's a chance you might see one up close someday. But cars like the Batmobile, you'll almost never get that opportunity. That's what I love about diecast models like this. They make it feel like you actually own one, giving you the chance to admire every incredible detail and, occasionally, even play with them. That's okay, right? Let me know if you do too. Hey, before you go, click here for the full unboxing of this Batmobile, packed with all my first impressions and a look at the sleek collector's box it comes in. Thanks for watching the Model Car Vault.